Hey everybody, ChristopherOdd here. Welcome back to The Witcher 2. We just recently stealthed our way, for the most part, through this cellar area. We're trying to clear out as many guards as we can, and then we're going to talk to Arian here. We just recently killed the executioner, and he and his scribe were in there. The scribe was he was writing something out, I presume, for Arian, saying that Arian fathered his brother and sister with his mother. Like, it's really, something's wrong there. So, I'm gonna find out about that, hopefully. But, it turns out that I think I've cleared everything, so I'm gonna talk to him now. Ish. Never mind. Okay, so I guess we haven't cleared anything out. Maybe through here.
Bastard!
Whoa.
You fucking prick! Fuck you, cocksucker! Fuck you up the arse! Motherfucker! I'm gonna fucking kill you, hear me? I'll rip your brick off and beat your head in with it!
Wow. Okay, well, look, I've started putting these things at the beginning of my videos for The Witcher 2 where it's like, you know, there's gonna be some mature content in here, and this is an example of that. There's also gonna be some nudity at times, preferably not right at this moment. But hopefully you guys are mature enough to handle that, and yeah, there we go. I don't know what the point of that little exchange was. I do have a talent here that I can invest in. I think redirecting arrows, not a big deal. I think this would be great. Vigor regen during combat. I could get the throw daggers thing because I do have some daggers. But I think I'm gonna go here. Oh, I can't. Interesting. So why can't I go there? I guess, I don't know why I can't go there. That's interesting. It says I have a talent. Oh, that's why. Because I'm just looking at this. I actually have to meditate to do the talents. That makes sense. Let's see now. There we go. So vigor regen during combat, plus 10%. Then my next level I get +1 increase to my overall vigor, and then maybe an additional 10%, or I don't know, we'll figure that out. So I do want to dedicate the last 10 minutes or so of this episode to going through all the journal entries and stuff that we've been getting. So lots of stories have kind of been wrapping up, all the quests that we finished. We've met a lot of new characters. So the last 10 minutes of this, I'm going to go through that. So if you want to watch it, then great. And if you're not into that stuff, then that's cool too. I'm gonna place it at the end so the people that are, they'll watch it. What is this we just found? Ooh, hello. Okay, club is dealing out 3 to 12 damage, but this Guisarm is just... The thing about this, I'm probably saying this completely wrong, but this Guisarm thing is really large. Alright, we've got action up here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Man down. Okay. Looks like we've got a couple.
Back body part.
Did I grab that? No? Sleep. There it is. Leather enhancement. Twine and orange. What's a leather enhancement? Oh, use this item to enhance component parts of your armor like jackets, boots, gauntlets, or trousers. To enhance an element, access the inventory and select the enhancement and select something, something, something. Resistant to incineration. Well, I think I'm gonna, can I not just save this for when I have something permanent that I'm gonna wear aside from these crap boots and pants that I'm wearing? I'm gonna save it. Oh, it would be great to throw in this chainmail. Not gonna lie. I like how I can put these out from a little bit of a distance. Alright, we got 2 more guys, it looks like. Let's figure them out. Oh. That could have worked out pretty poorly. Guess what? God, you're loud, brother. Okay, now we're gonna get this guy on his walk around. Hopefully he doesn't see that dude.
That's spooky.
Uh-oh. There it is. Okay, they're all down. Let's see if there's anything on this floor. Some iron ore. Some people in obvious pain. Hello. Oh, please give me a plate of armor. I can't see myself ever wearing armor in this game, but, I mean, just saying, that would be pretty awesome. How about one of these swords? Nothing? Oh, I just feel like I should get something in here. Worn leather gauntlets, how do those compare to mine? +1, +1, +5, yeah, we're good. I love the different ways that I can sort my inventory. Like, seriously. So I imagine this is gonna be the way that we're going. So I'll go back and get him, make sure that that doesn't get out of hand. I'm wondering if there's gonna be more stealth stuff down the road because... Oh, are these all gonna be locked? That's such a tease. Because that was actually really cool. I'm a sucker for that stuff, so... Alright, let's see if Crazy Boy is still going nuts in here. Oh, he's calmed down a little bit.
Help me up.
Okay, so I guess he's too weak, so...
Up the stairs. This way.
I guess I could have taken him with me, sat him down, took out a bunch of people, and moved that way, but I think this will be much easier. For the most part, they're all gone.
Second door on the left. That's the oil store.
Oh, so he'll be able to unlock this. Well, that's handy. But now I want to check this door at the end. Okay, let's sit you down for a sec. Oh, come on now. Like, we are in rough shape right now. How does he know about this?
Come with me. There's nothing you can do here.
I've more to do now than ever before.
Alone.
I need no one's aid for what I aim to accomplish.
Is that your final word?
Farewell, Witcher.
Get out of the fortress. Okay. You sure you want to do this, buddy? Like, where's he gonna go? Whoa, I should probably... yeah. Whoa! Oh my god. That scared the shit out of me. Oh, yes please. It's go time. Oh, this actually doesn't even do as much damage. I'm gonna keep the other thing. I'll pick this up though and maybe sell it. Oh, I already did.
Halt! Oh, blimey, is that you, Witcher? They say you killed the king.
Well, I didn't. And I'm going to prove it.
I'm inclined to believe you.
Glad to hear that. It'd be pretty stupid if I had to kill you now. Did all the Reavers survive the assault?
Aye, they've been drinking themselves silly for 2 days now. I believe I owe you something.
You don't owe me a thing.
We wound up in a boiling cauldron during the assault. You know how it is when knights get caught in a tight passage. Nowhere to go. Those in the back push forward. Those in the front are stuck. And halberd blows raining down from above. I'd have been crushed if not for my armor. And about 10 blows landed on my helmet. My ears still ring and I puke time and again. But I live and breathe.
Concussion. It'll pass.
Okay, so this is the guy that was gonna go into battle without his armor on, like a total nutcase. And we convinced him that this amulet that he found wasn't wasn't magical in the sense that it would protect him.
Were you on patrol with the Reavers when they ran into those Scoia'tael?
Aye.
Kenneth mentioned the unit was especially vicious. Notice anything out of the ordinary? A unit emblem or something?
Right you up. They had masks made of the cloth of Special Forces uniforms, and they hollered a lot. Yorvath or some such.
Oh, we've heard that name.
Where did the dragon come from?
I've no idea, but it saved our asses. The elves ceased shooting at the sight of it. Can't tell you anymore, as we fled right then as if the devil himself was on our tail. Take this. Kenneth told me to study up, but I've not the mind for it. Just not cut out to be a dragon hunter, I guess. It could be useful to you, though.
I need to go.
There are sentries on the dike. No way you'll slip through.
Can you distract them?
I'll try, but remember, count me out if there's a fight. In fact, we could end up foes.
I hope not. Go.
Just give me a minute.
Okay, Melatelli's heart. Sneak aboard the riverboat. And what did he give us? He gave us something. About dragons. Book containing knowledge on dragons. Oh, cool. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. I said I was going to devote the last few minutes of this episode to,
The Kingslayer's escaped! We need to cut him off! Follow me!
All right, let's go!
Well, that doesn't sound good. Oh, he's leading them away for me. Oh, that's pretty nice. Very cool. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, before I get into this whole, like, sneaking situation, trying to reach this boat, I'm gonna go through all of the journal entry stuff that we have missed, and updates on all the characters and things like that. So if you're not into that, you can stop the video now, but if you are, then here we go. So first thing I'm gonna do is... I'm just gonna turn that down for now. I'll do the music too. Just because if we're going through this stuff, then I think it's just, you know, we're gonna be doing a little bit of reading here. So, look at all these things mean something's updated with the quest, and it looks like we finished most of them. So let's start from the beginning here at the 4. We've read all of most of these, actually. So Geralt explained the situation to Arian in simple, soldierly words. The Baron belonged to a rare breed who was proud and rash but no fool. Valette chose to spare the soldiers who had stood so loyally by his side and surrendered the fortress. Not everyone followed that order, but Foltest's victory was nonetheless assured. At the temple, having overcome the defenders and opening the temple gate, Geralt went through it to show Foltest in. He had accomplished this mission, yet more danger awaited on the path leading to the king's bastard children. Very cool. Trial by fire. Oh, so this is about the dragon, I guess. But the dragon remained a threat. It came at our heroes with all its might. Showing presence of mind and exceptional ability, Triss Marigold responded with magic. With her help, Geralt, Foltest, and Vernon Roach managed to reach the bridge leading to town. There, Geralt did all he could to safely get his comrades to the other side. Our heroes survived the ordeal through a bit of luck, but also by staying clear-headed. To this very day, Geralt remembers the events on the bridge as some of the most perilous in his career as a Witcher. Woe to the Vanquished. So this was the quest where we saw those people killing like the townsfolk and stuff. So they were getting a bit cocky basically and just going around like abusing their powers. Let's see here. Witcher managed to calm the hot-headed fighters and it seemed a massacre has been averted. Moments later, Geralt learned that elsewhere soldiers were herding townsfolk into a single home. Genocide was in the air. Eager for blood and booty, the soldiers intended to set fire to the house in which they had imprisoned the townsfolk. The subjects of the Lavalettes were in mortal danger, and only the Witcher could save them. Therefore, our hero approached the unit's commander at the and a sharp exchange ensued. The negotiations grew so heated that the negotiators soon drew their swords. Geralt knew perfectly well that if he could defeat the Temerian commander in a duel, his men would stand down and refrain from killing the townsfolk. And so it was. Seeing their commander yield to the Witcher, the soldiers lost their zeal for tormenting civilians. They sauntered off like beaten dogs and the townfolk were saved. The Witcher then freed the civilians trapped inside the house, and the true hero that he was refused to take any reward. It is through such deeds that Geralt inspires me to write uplifting ballads. Oh, dandy. Barricade. With Geralt back at his side, Foltest continued the assault on Lavalette Castle. That's not a big deal. Blood of his blood. So... before our heroes could reach the king's progeny, the dragon swooped down on them once more. The beast attacked with fury and fought relentlessly. Had Geralt, say, been a potter, only charred corpses and possibly some earthenware shards would have remained. But the dragon was up against a Witcher, and after a fierce battle, it was forced to turn tail. Geralt led Foltest to the Solar, to Busi, and Anais. The king found his children, the blood of his blood, only to die at the hands of an assassin disguised as a monk. On a temple floor with his throat slit open, so died Foltest, son of Medel, king of Temeria, prince of Sodden, sovereign of Pontar and Mahakam, and senior protector of Bruges and Ellender. Geralt failed to stop the murder, and when soldiers burst into the room, they immediately and mistakenly identified him as the Kingslayer. They piled upon the Witcher, knocking him down and knocking him out. So returning memories, this was interesting. The interrogation in the dungeon of Lavalette Castle took its toll on Geralt. The Witcher's body, despite its mutations, was beat up, bruised, and scarred. At one point, Geralt experienced a shock so extreme that it elicited an old memory. All of a sudden, the Witcher recalled the moment of his death. Once more, he relived his demise in Rivia. Once more, he lay on the ground, pierced by a peasant's pitchfork. Once more, he bled to death. When another vision came to him a few days later, Geralt knew he was gradually recovering his memory. I don't know what this other vision is that it's referencing, because maybe we just haven't seen it yet, but that's promising. I do want to learn more about this. The question I have is, how did he die by a peasant's pitchfork? Like, he slays, like, monsters and dragons and armies of people if necessary. But... a peasant's pitchfork? There has to be some explanation to that. He had to be distracted by something or trying to help there's got to be something else. So it's just really weird. And I don't know why, but I want to find out. Assassins of Kings. So we've read this first part, I believe. Yeah, so this is talking about the end of the first one where somebody snuck in and tried to assassinate Foltest. But he was not so lucky the second time. Having dropped his guard, the Witcher was caught by surprise, and the king died at the hands of an assassin. The murderer was also a mutant, similar in garb and behavior to the previous assassin. Furthermore, he seemed to recognize Geralt. Sadly, the Kingslayer escaped, and our hero was blamed for the monarch's death. Yeah, that's a bad situation to be in. So now this is talking about New Boy, and he did wear the armor, he did live. Upon emerging from the dungeon, Geralt ran into, you guessed it, New Boy. The Reaver remembered that the Witcher's advice had saved his life and responded in kind. He offered to draw away the guards, blocking the way to Vernon Roach's vessel. So he took him out of the way. Like, if we would have told him then, go and take the amulet, then he would be dead right now, right? And if he was dead right now, then we would have to kill all these guys. I wonder if I could just like, okay, so he's got this amulet, right? So I'm thinking I could probably just, maybe I should run after him and kill him. Is that bad? That's probably pretty bad. I don't know, I might do that. Because he was kind of a dick to me before, right? Those Crinford Reavers, like they were gonna rape the sorceress that I was with, and they were gonna kill me. Like, I don't know, I could pretty easily be convinced to go and do that. So yeah. The Dungeons of Valette Castle. So during one of my visits to the Valette family's vast abode, when I had the pleasure of meeting the old Baron's niece, a charming creature but 16 springs old, my host, clearly proud of his lands and holdings, offered to show me around the king's expansive and varied cellars. While he entertained me with conversation and anecdotes on various subjects, including the unique system of penalties designed for seducers of the underaged. Oh god. I got a thorough tour of the dungeon beneath Valette Castle. The guards were exceptionally polite and seemed to have an unerring sense of direction within the labyrinth network of vestibules, cells, and winding corridors. I imagine that without their help, it would be easy to lose someone's way there. Wandering around for hours, unable to find an exit, I would not envy any soul imprisoned there. Fair enough. Now, there's a whole bunch of characters in here. Arthur Tales. Though he would not know it, meeting Tales was a great surprise to Geralt at the time. They met each other in the past in rather unpleasant circumstances, and the knight had a scarred face as a reminder of that meeting. Their next meeting also led to blows. Oh, the irony. Tales should wear a helmet while in the Witcher's presence. Archpriest, so this church dignitary, I think these two were together, Tales and the Archpriest? This church dignitary, confident of his god's protection, greeted the intruders with harsh words, yet he succumbed to persuasion and revealed where the king would find his illegitimate offspring. Right, so yeah, we came in and then we used the little Axie Hex, I think, on him, and it worked out. King Foltest, the deaths of the great and powerful of this world do not always befit their lives. The blow was so unexpected that even the Witcher failed to react in time. A dagger's blade ran across the throat of Foltest, ruler of Temeria, cleanly slitting it, and its blood flowed out onto the floor of the Temple Solar. Thus died one of the most powerful kings of the North, at the hands of an assassin in the garb of a monk. That's really sad, man. Because, you know what? I did like Foltest to a certain extent, and what I really liked about him was that he was, like, in the battles. Like, he was in the heat with his recruits and stuff. I just thought that was really cool. Most kings are like, yeah, just bring me wine and whores, you know? Vernon proved to be perceptive when he refused to flatly believe Geralt's guilt. Too many things needed to be explained, and the Blue Stripes commander decided risking cooperation with the suspect to get his hands on Foltest's real killer. Thus, he remained loyal to his king even after his death. That's awesome. So it turns out we can trust this guy. Like, he seems to be okay. He seems to be okay. I mean, he let us go. He gave us the key. Arian Lavalette, seeing as further resistance was hopeless, Arian yielded, laid down his arms, and placed himself at the king's mercy. Fate seeks forever to amuse itself, and towards this purpose likes to play tricks. It brought the former foes together once more as both fled the dungeons beneath the Lavalette family's vast abode. Honor prevented the proud youth from fleeing his family seat while it was in enemy hands. Arian made a decision that meant certain death for himself, but he nevertheless made it without hesitation, sealing with his sacrifice the bloodiest chapter ever in Lavalette family annals. So he blew up that place, I'm guessing. He was lighting all those barrels on fire. He blew it up, and he was in there, sacrificed himself for everybody, I guess. Meant certain death for himself, but nevertheless made it without hesitation. That's crazy. And Kingslayer, okay. So, this is all new. Disguised as a blind monk, the mysterious assassin took Geralt by surprise, displaying immense self-control and lightning reflexes, not to mention a talent for acting. He murdered the king before the Witcher's very eyes. He then leapt out of the shadow and out of the window of the Solar before Geralt could grab him. Surviving the fall unharmed, the assassin fled with the aid of some Scoia'tael. The information in Vernon Roach's possession served to confirm what Geralt had witnessed. A man matching the Kingslayer's description had been seen in the company of Scoia'tael near the trading post of Floatsound. Finding him seemed like the Witcher's only chance. Oh man, I gotta know what's going on. Like, why are they killing these kings? Like, What the frick? I don't get it. Okay, the only other thing we need to read here is this book that we got. Right here. You have acquired knowledge about a monster species. Review your current knowledge level by assessing the Attributes tab in the Character Development panel. Okay. Dragons were once commonplace, the rule over the continent absolute. Dragonfire was the bane of cities, and dragon appetites were a constant threat to the first colonizers. Mages stood against these creatures, witchers were created to fight them. Today, dragons are nearly extinct. There are occasional sightings of forktails and slizzards, but these creatures are to dragons as stray cats are to tigers. Dragons were brought to the brink of extinction by professional hunters like the famed Crinford Reavers. Alchemy ingredients from the dragon's body are among the most expensive and highly sought after by mages. I really feel like we might actually fight a dragon. That'd be awesome. The beast's roasted tail is considered a true delicacy. Now, review your current knowledge level by accessing the Attributes tab in the Character Development panel. Okay. Oh, right here, dragons. So, it actually goes a lot more in depth here. So, the legends are true. Ability level 3 of 3. Interesting. Dragons like to gather hordes and have a voracious appetite that they satiate by eating all living creatures with no exceptions. Like cats, they like to lounge in places of power. They nap there, drawing energy, yet nobody knows what they use that energy for. There are 5 species of these great worms: white, black, red, green, and rock. Golden dragons, extremely intelligent, gifted with the ability to assume the shape of any creature, are of course a fairy tale for little children. Dragons are smart indeed, but they cannot speak, much less polymorph. Oh god. We're definitely going to be running into a polymorph dragon. The best tactic when meeting a dragon is to pray to all the gods with no exceptions. Atheists should run. They can thus extend their lives for a few heartbeats. It must be stressed that any of these choices would end in death when made by an amateur. One fighting a dragon, watch out for its fire above all else. The breath is lethal, momentarily ending the fight. The worms can also fly and are excellent at maneuvering, so they use the advantage of altitude in combat. A witcher should climb high buildings to surprise the reptile flying by and use walls as protection. The beast's jaws are even worse than its paws. They bring instant death. Dragons, like cats, like to toy with their prey, so they sometimes lift it to the air, drop from height when they are bored. Dragons are immune to poisons, unworried by oils which increase bleeding, and unaffected by traps or bombs. One would be hard-pressed to find a soul brave enough to drop a dragon unless it had been hacked to pieces with an axe first. And I wish such an outcome of the battle to all dragon slayers with all my heart. Wow. Okay, that's cool. So I'm guessing with some of these abilities that we can learn about different creatures, as you learn them, you maybe get like a paragraph. I'm only guessing because it's 3 out of 3 ability level here. So if we didn't get that book from New Boy, then if we learned about dragons down the road, we'd probably only learn about this section, then this section, then this section. The third section seems like the most important because it's actually combat tactics, right? This one in a way is like stay away from its mouth, basically, because that's instant death. So kind of cool. And then last but not least, we have all these different things in here. Pyromaniac I got for walking into fire. I died once, that was good. I'm not going to be doing that anymore. I don't remember how I got these other ones. Axi-Sign Hex, I just tried it. Allows the use of Axi-Sign during conversations, so I don't know. But that's it, everything is up to date. I haven't been able to go into any of these other paths yet. I can't even look at them. So actually, in a way, I kind of like that because it would just distract me. But that's it, everybody. I just wanted to say thanks for the support in this series. I'm having an amazing time. And I'm being super detailed, I know, but that's kind of how I am. And I think this story deserves that. So there we go. Take care, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.